Well, well, guys, thank you so much. Oh, there's a big smear on there. Hey guys, so I just want to let you know a few new ways that you can get a hold of me outside of YouTube. The first is through Facebook, where I update on upcoming trips. The second is through Instagram, and that's where I post exclusive photos from the trip. And the third is a way for you guys to donate to the channel if you want, and it's through a Patreon page. Alright guys, sorry to waste your time, hope you liked the video. Hey, good day guys. So today I am at a archaeological site called Dainzu. I don't know what it is or what it's about. So I'm interested. I'm just as interested in seeing what it's going to be like as you guys are. So I took a taxi from Tule to here, and it's weird because there is a sign for it, but as you can see, I'm kind of just walking on this paved path in the middle of nowhere. It's almost very kind of desert-like. Anyway, so we'll see if this is we'll see if this turns out to be a bad idea or not. Walking alone in the backwood part, I say backwood, the back desert part of Mexico, to an archaeological site. It does exist. It's on my map, so that's good. But yeah, so we'll see what it's going to be like. I feel as though these are the kind of times where you start wondering why you didn't look up to see what kind of animals are dangerous. So I don't know if they have snakes. Probably. I don't know if they have scorpions. Probably. I don't know if they have anything like that in and around here. At least where I am. So I'm in the... It's kind of like the southwestern part of Mexico. And I don't know what kind of animals, if any, I should be wary of walking in like areas like this. So if you guys know, it's a little too late now, but if you guys know, write it in the comments, and it'd be kind of cool to see if people are aware of what kind of stuff to be watching out for in areas like this. I know some of the other parts there are like crocodiles and stuff like that, but in this particular area I'm not sure. So I keep hearing little scampers in like the little wooded areas here beside me, and I'm not sure what they are, if they're like birds walking around on the ground, or one time I thought I saw like just like a little mole, or maybe like a little mouse. Anyway, they haven't come out of the grass so I can see what they are. Maybe that's a good thing, I'm not sure, but I do hear a lot of them. They're just all in, especially on this side. They're all in and around me. As long as it's not hyenas, which I don't think they have here, or jaguars. They do have jaguars here, because I did learn that that's like one of their most significant animals, because jaguars portray strength, and that was very symbolic in a lot of the Mayan artwork. Snakes and jaguars seem to be a repeating theme here in all the the artwork and the stonework that I've seen from some of the original sites. So those are the two things that keep presenting themselves over and over again. So I'm glad it's finally starting to warm up. So it was cold this morning, so I came in overnight. I took my very first ever night bus here in Mexico, and I came from a place called Tuxtla, and I came here to Oaxaca city, and it took about 10 and a half hours. So my bus started at right around 9:30 last night, and I got in sometime around 8 this morning. and I didn't know what to expect out of it. I heard two things. I heard that the buses are cold, which is true. So I went to sleep, and it's beautiful because the seats, they recline right back. You're almost like lying down flat. But yeah, I went to sleep with a sweater, and I did end up having to get up in the middle of the night and put on my, actually it's a winter coat, because the air was just so cold in there. But other than that, it was fantastic. I slept all night. People were very quiet. They had movies for a while, so you just have to bring your headphones and you can plug in and watch a movie. They did turn it off at some point. I was already asleep, so I don't know when. So it's definitely something that I would do again. It's fairly cheap compared to like flying and stuff like that. And then the only hiccup we had is that some point during the night, the bus pulled over. I kept hearing like, it was like just a big sliding and banging. It's almost like if you like put like a bowling ball up in like the storage compartment of like an airplane and just like sliding back and forth, banging. Anyway, when I turned around to actually see what it was, there was a, like an emergency exit hatch at the top, and it had like, I don't know, it had like bent in and was broken, and you could just hear the wind, and all night you could feel the wind just pushing the bus. So I don't know if like something fell on it and it broke it and it pushed it in, or what the story was. Anyway, so that's the only like little problem that we had with the bus. Other than that, it was fantastic. Okay, so we're finally coming up to the main entrance. I do see a main entrance. I do not see anybody there. There are no cars, as you can probably tell by how like barren this road is. So it may be very good. I may be able to get in for free, which is one of my favorite things to do. So I guess we'll see. Dainzu, which means hill of the cactus plants, was built against the side of a hill, apparently due to aesthetic reasons. Its original entrance was on the riverside at the western end of the site. It had long occupational sequence from 600 BC to 1200 AD. However, according to evidence in the archaeological record, it is possible that the site had been inhabited before Mont Alban. Based on information resulting from the archaeological exploration, we know that Dainzu reached its zenith between 600 BC and 200 AD. The main buildings that have been unearthed in Dainzu are Building A. It was apparently erected for religious purposes and is located on the highest section of the site. It has 4 platforms built with stone and mud mortar. The so-called Gallery of Monumental Sculpture is located on the south side of the lowest platform and has several sculptures carved in stone. They probably represent ball game players, since each one depicts a human figure whose posture reveals movement. At present, these sculptures are not in situ due to restoration works carried out on site. So we're going to take a moment and we're going to see where this tunnel thing goes. There are stairs, so it is, I guess, legit. But we'll see. I can't stand up, that's for sure. Alright, does anybody want to guess? Oh, I can stand up now. Does anybody want to guess if this comes out somewhere on the other side? Or maybe I'm just like walking into the next Mummy movie. Oh, I guess it just goes to a hole. Because you see, it just goes into, I don't know, what's up? Is the grate? I don't know. Okay, so you can see the grate at the top, and all this extra space makes me think there must be another room part to it, maybe on this side. Let's see, let's hop on over here. Okay, so there's no entrance. There's got to be something in behind this wall, because it can't just stop and then they build an extra wall unless it's for platform reasons, but yeah, I don't know if you would waste your time doing that if you were building just to make it a platform. To me, it seems like there would be like an extra room behind there or something. Building B, located opposite Building A, is a structure has 6 architectural building stages, each corresponding to a different time period. Inside this building was found a tomb in which they can see the figure of a jaguar carved in relief. The animal's head forms the lintel of the entrance door, while its front legs constitute the door jambs. Ballgame. It is located in the southwest section of the site. Like ballgame courts in Mont Alban and Yagul, it has an eye-shaped ground plan. So I'm standing in the middle of a ball court, but it's kind of neat just walking on the field where people would have been playing this game. Now this game is something of great importance because, as some of the information said, that players of, and it's just like today, players of this game were iconic and they were carved into stone and they were made a big deal because they could play a game. And it's just neat being able to be here having no skill or knowledge of this. That's probably why I'm not carved in stone though, but you know, we can work on that. We can work on that. Any like stone carver friends out there that, you know, want to hook me up with like a nice giant statue, perhaps light size, just make me a little bit stronger. That'd be great if you could do that. Yeah. So I don't know if you can see behind me. Actually, what I'll do is I'll insert in a clip here. But they are burning garbage, and that's something that I found all throughout Mexico is what they do with their garbage is they burn it, and it really smells bad, and it's probably really bad for the environment. That being said, we don't do much better at home. We stick it in a landfill, and it gets buried or it gets like sent overseas for somebody else to do something bad with it. So this is one of those things where you come across something in nature or you see something and you want to preserve beautiful stuff like this. So one thing I've noticed about Mexico is that people just throw their garbage on the ground. Don't do that, people. Put it in a garbage can. It may not seem like a big deal, but you know, the more people that get rid of their trash properly, the better and the easier it is going to keep this planet clean, keep it existing how it is a little bit longer. Okay, going down this path. It looks like it's going to take me inside somewhere. Yeah. This must be like one of the interconnected chambers. And as you can tell, it's not built for everybody. Oh, this is kind of cool. This is cool. Probably doesn't go anywhere because it hasn't been excavated, but... Now, it's hard to believe, but probably all of this was like what's exactly behind me. Just a big mess, and my hats are off to archaeologists who are able to like dig this stuff up, find some meaning to it. Because, I mean, if I saw something like that, a block of dirt with some rocks in it, I wouldn't know anything about it, so I don't know how they do it, but it's amazing. I just want to give you guys a sense of cost with this. So I came from Oaxaca City, and there was nobody there, so the park was free. And all in all, it cost me about 32 pesos. So that's about $2 Canadian to get a taxi out this way. It took about 20 minutes. Now I did break it up, because earlier today, if you haven't checked out this video, do it right now. It's from Santa Maria de Tule, and it is a giant tree. It is the widest tree in the world. So I went from Oaxaca City to there, and then from there to here. So that's how much I'm expecting it to cost me to get back. About 30 pesos, 32 pesos. So when you come here, that's kind of the idea of what you should be expecting as far as price point. Oh, and I should note, I think I figured out what the little scampering things were. I did see a lizard, and it never occurred to me that we're kind of in like that desert climate, and there would be lizards in this part of Mexico. And I saw one, and that probably is what it was. Probably not that jaguar. Well guys, thank you so much for checking out Dainzu with me. I hope I'm saying it right. I haven't heard it pronounced yet. So if I'm saying it wrong, I'm sorry. If you like the video, just let me know by hitting the thumbs up. And as always, I hope you guys subscribe to the channel. You can check out more adventures here in Mexico, and you can see where I'm heading next. Alright guys, hope to see you in the next one. Take care. These aren't even real steps. They're like tiny. Here, look. Pro tip. Do not touch this tree.